trend area that I want to talk about in this, my outlook for 2008, corresponds to the first chapter in my book, Turning the Future into Revenue. It has to do with population trends, the most predictable aspect of the future, although typically when you're looking at population, you're looking at longer term futures than a year. But 2008 is interesting, and it plays off of what's been happening here in 2007. You might know of this concept of the digital native generation, the generation that followed Generation X, which followed the baby boomers. Depending on who's counting, the digital native generation either began in 1980 or began in 1982. And now think about how old those young people are. They are now in their mid-20s. And I came across a news story in the last week that really caught my attention. I have often said and argue in my book when I talk about population trends that things change in a society partly as a result of technological developments, but also partly as a result of generational change, in that it takes a generation growing up with the current technology, the hot technologies of today, to really deploy them and innovate with these technologies beyond even what people have imagined. So, the digital native generation is the first generation to grow up with computers and with the internet and the World Wide Web. Now, the leading edge of that generation is age 18 to 25. The news story that I referred to noted this: venture capitalists today are really leaning toward looking and trying to find kids aged 18 to 22 to 23 to 25. In other words, they're searching the dorm rooms and the high school campuses and so on for who is developing the next YouTube, the next Google, the next MySpace, and so on. The really most exciting developments in the internet and World Wide Web world of the last couple of years have come from people in that generation, 18 to 22 to 25 years old. What this means is that we are now in 2008 in a new era in which the most important innovators, there will be exceptions of course, there will be people my age in their 50s, and people in their 40s and 30s and so on who come up with new ideas that really catch on, but the venture world will really be looking toward the digital native generation from now on for the hottest and biggest of all the innovations. So we are now in that generational shift which I've been talking about for some time. It's beginning in 2008. We continue to see that to break out. And that's a look at population for 2008.